Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Old Henry, and this is a new Western from writer-director Potsy, Ponciroli, and starring Tim Blake Nelson as Henry. And he is a man with a past who's running a farm. He's a widower. He has his son, played by Gavin, and his brother-in-law on the ranch next door, Al, played by Trace Atkins. And all of a sudden they find this man who's been really wounded, played by Haze, and he's being chased by who seem to be a group of lawmen led by Dorff, plays Ketchum. And basically this is a cat and mouse game of like, well, Ketchum invade this farm, and like, does like Tim Blake Nelson have this man on his farm that Dorff's looking for? And you have all of this going on back and forth and interspliced with trying to flesh out this father-son relationship, flesh out this man, Henry, who obviously has some kind of background that he's trying to put behind him, and this man, Curry, Haze's character, is like trying to help us find out, kind of as a conduit as the audience, and leading up to what is a satisfying shootout and some twists. And this Western really got me. I really enjoyed this film. There's some interesting twists and turns that might take some historical liberties and stuff like that, but like, this is a very somber and beautifully shot film. Cinematographer John Matiziak and composer Jordan Lerning really capture this somber feel to the film. It's beautiful, it's engrossing, but it's gritty, and you could feel like this very much borrows a lot of atmosphere and potential themes and ideas from, say, Unforgiven. And it's one of the things that I give this film. It's like, it's not the most original idea. It's kind of like, what if you morphed Unforgiven, instead of William Money going out, you have Daggett chasing somebody that William Money happens to bring onto his farm, and then you find out that there's more to this farm than meets the eye. It's kind of that idea, and it's an interesting twist on the story, because obviously this isn't just a retread of Unforgiven. I think Unforgiven has a little bit more depth and nuance and originality to it, because at that time it was really tearing down the Western genre. This film doesn't quite tear down as much of those, like, the mythos of the West, but like it does of the, like, the figure, the gunslinger kind of thing. And I feel like this film has its quieter moments, it has good character moments, it has what really stands out besides the look, the feel, the direction, the music, the technical aspects, is the acting. Tim Blake Nelson gives a fantastic performance, and he's a really underappreciated actor, and he kills it in this film. Trace Atkins is a fun little side character with a deep, booming Trace Atkins voice. And you have, like, Haze here does fine, and Gavin who plays the son, but Dorff gives a fantastic performance here, especially after, like, a follow-up to Embattled that he had last year, and then this year this is a great villain as well. And it's a little bit more than he's just some, like he has some kind of code here, and it's like, he's an interesting villain. Dorff plays him really well, and the rest is cannon fodder, right? But the thing is, like, there's some great action here. They keep the scale pretty intimate for most of the film, where you have the big blow-off at the end, and it felt really satisfying, and it was shot in an interesting way. How the characters interacted with the gunfight was interesting, and specifically, Tim Blake Nelson makes a lot of interesting choices as his character, as this gunslinger, and there's a lot going on here, and there's a lot that works here, even if it does feel a little bit derivative of some other stories, and maybe drags a bit at times, but like, without the credits, this is like an hour and 35 minutes, and I, in general, thought it was a really fine ride. I felt things, I got excited, and just looking at it, it's beautiful. So I think this is a really great hidden gem that you can find yourself coming out around you. This should be coming out beginning October. So if you could go find Old Henry, go check this out. This is a really strong Western, which we don't get a whole lot of them. So show this one some love. But those are my thoughts on Old Henry. Let me know what you think. Let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.